Hello to the baseball family, it's TJ Baseball here to bring you guys another prospect report, and today it is preseason Under Armour All-American Brady Garcia. Perfect Game has rated this blue chip prospect as the 2021 number 19 national pitching prospect and the number 2 2021 pitching prospect out of the state of Alabama. But before we go any further, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, it would be very appreciated. Also, don't forget to hit that like button if you're feeling this pitch. So without any further ado, let's get on the bump with 2021 prospect Brady Garcia. Garcia, a 6'4", 160-pound left-handed pitcher from Spanish Fort, Alabama. He attends St. Luke's Episcopal Prep, plays his travel ball with Team Elite Prime. For a young arm, Garcia is already attracting attention from various colleges and multiple major league scouts. He has a tremendous upside, and as Brady continues to grow physically on the mound, it is a guarantee that this guy is going to continue to attract attention from other organizations and other programs. Brady is an athletic guy who also plays basketball and has dedicated himself to growing as an athlete. The first thing I noticed reviewing his video was his long, lanky frame. Brady has a high leg lift and uses his long arm to extend and shorten the distance between plate and the mound. Earlier in 2017, he was clocked at Perfect Game sitting in the 83 to 84 range with his fastball. Later, Prospect Plus has clocked him at 86 miles an hour, and to my understanding, he is now sitting in the mid-80s with his fastball while topping out at 87 miles an hour. His off-speed pitch ranges from the high 60s to low mid-70s, and is still a work in progress but is way ahead of the curve for players his age. Make no mistakes about it, this young lefty needs to be followed closely. His delivery is silky smooth and does a terrific job staying on top of the baseball. Garcia shows endurance, being able to maintain his fastball frame after frame. Another plus is he is surrounded by talented athletes. His travel team, Team Elite Prime, has previously been ranked as high as number 30 in the country and is well known for producing exceptional prospects. Hitters his age are struggling to match up with his power, and it's normal to see Garcia retire hitters himself, averaging 2 strikeouts per inning last season. Playing in 3 Perfect Game showcases this year, Brady has earned himself all-pitcher recognition in all 3 of those showcases. At the WWBA All-Freshman World Championship, he posted 4 strikeouts and 4 2/3 innings of work. The Perfect Game Elite Freshman Championship, Garcia displayed another great outing through 3 innings of work, allowing no runs and striking out 5 hitters. He added another 4 strikeouts in the Perfect Game World Series and recorded under a 1.5 whip for all Perfect Game events. If I could point out one area of improvement for Brady, I would point out the lead arm and more particularly what is happening with his glove during some of his pitches. If you notice, occasionally the glove will drop below the waist and never quite get to the chest. This is actually quite common, and some superstar pitchers have dealt with the same issue. For example, Andrew Miller, who you see on the screen now, after digging up some old footage, I was able to find him with this problem and kind of what it looks like once he's made the adjustment. So let's talk about why this could be an issue. Well, the first thing is, this movement can force your body away from the strike zone, causing you to throw more balls. Second, this can take away from your velocity. And third, it can cause unneeded stress on your pitching arm. The benefits of this fix, however, are tremendous. Staying more closed can help pitchers become more effective and more powerful. And when they do release this energy, they're more accurate to the plate. Some pitching coaches talk about pitching into your glove and it not moving at all. I agree with this analysis to an extent, but I also feel that you can have a little pull in your front arm. But either way, the chest and the glove should be working together at some point. When the glove drops below the waist, it is nowhere near the chest. This adjustment will clean up Brady at his release and make his already pretty delivery even more complete. Looking at Aroldis Chapman and Brady Garcia, there are definitely some key differences that you can see right away. Brady is a little more quiet and upright in his balance position, where Chapman is a little more aggressive and begins creating his torque much earlier. Both pitchers do a great job of extending to the plate, maximizing their bodies to delivery, and both throwers are powerful with the legs. The front side stiffens, and you can see the hips come through as they should with both pitchers. To touch on a previous point, Chapman doesn't let the glove drop below his waist. He drives his chest into the glove. The more Chapman can control his front shoulder, the more success he has challenging hitters. One tip Brady can take away from Chapman is how well he gets his back number towards the hitter before he opens up. There is a lot of timing going on here, and I recommend that all young pitchers take the time for flat grounds. Flat grounds work is a great opportunity for young pitchers to become more comfortable with their delivery. I've been using this with my pitchers for years now and have been amazed of the progress pitchers have made. Most importantly, in their control. After just a couple of months, it is extremely common to see pitchers cut their walks in half and throw more first pitch strikes. The first flat ground drill I recommend to pitchers is a 3-leg lift drill. This is simple. Simply lift the leg 3 times to the balanced position, not changing anything in your mechanics. What this does is it allows the pitcher to slow down, but also be controlled and balanced throughout the pitch. The second drill I recommend is simply a pickup drill. This is simple. Place the ball near your back foot, get to a balanced position, and bend down to pick up the baseball. Once you've picked up the ball, now release and throw the ball. What I like to remind pitchers is feel your back during this. It does a pretty good job of what it should feel like when that back releases to that 90-degree angle as you go to home plate. Our subject doesn't do a great job during the drill here, but it's a good reference to get the idea of what you're looking for. This drill is also great for balance. Trust me, the first time you do this it will be very difficult, but as time moves on you'll become more comfortable with this and also more comfortable in your delivery. There are so many drills that you can incorporate into your flat ground work, but I would always recommend finishing from the stretch. Just letting it go. Staying at the energy level that you're going with all of the other drills, but just kind of letting this go, throwing strikes, and feeling yourself get better. This is a great way to finish, and I recommend finishing on this live drill here as you see Aroldis Chapman's doing every single time. Some key points on the flat grounds are make sure that you're 10 to 15 feet in front of the pitcher's mound or whatever your regulation mound is. You should be on a flat surface. You should also have a partner. That partner should set up for each drill 4 pitches on the inside corner and 4 pitches on the outside corner. This is important because we're not only working on our mechanics, but we're also focusing on throwing strikes. This drill is very beneficial and you should only be throwing about 8 pitches per round, and also make sure you're doing this about 50 to 75%. This is something you can do every day and it shouldn't strain your arm. In conclusion, Brady Garcia is a name you need to remember. In working with him, I can see he is very persistent and wants to get things accomplished. As he enters high school, I see no reason why this young pitcher cannot bring quality innings to a varsity pitching staff. If he can take the time to work out a couple things, I believe this is a guy who will get on top of hitters and giving him an opportunity to make that strikeout pitch. As he develops more control and proves he can reduce free 90s, his stock will potentially skyrocket. His work ethic is so good for a player his age, and he is holding himself accountable for his future. That is a super rare quality in a lot of players today, especially in a time where many players are hiring services for exposure. Brady is actively creating his own exposure, and these leadership skills will pay dividends in the future. In 2017, Brady made a name for himself. With his perfect game all pitching honors, his stock amongst players his age, and making it known that he wants to further improve his craft. Now I know you may be thinking that I'm using a lot of finance terms, but I'll sum it up with one more. ROI. This young arm has the potential to produce and the future is bright for him. I expect to see much more of Brady Garcia. If you want to follow Brady, on the screen you can find his social media links and follow him there. Please leave a like on this video and follow me at Teej Baseball. That's Teej Baseball on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and hit the bell notification icon so you will know the exact moment we break another baseball analysis. If you have a player you would like to see or want to see yourself on the page, go ahead and hit me up or make a mention of it in the comments. As for now, I'm Teej Baseball, and you keep chasing the dream.